October. Humanity reading. Terror. Egyptian Terror Deck reading. Subscribe. Leave a thumbs up. Hit that bell. So, last September was what should I say? Testing. At the end of September was very in your face. That's how it was. It was tough. All the things you were your personal growth, push to the limit. Last month I talked about the two sides meeting, like the generals or the leaders of about the conflict, not compromising either way, in any way. So now they're about to go to war, I guess, or have a conflict. If you remember the movie Braveheart, when one side teased and made fun of them, the other side, and showed their bare butts, and the Brits decided to shoot their arrows. And they raise their shields. That's what we're dealing with this month. One side is ready for it. I mean, I guess both sides are really ready for it. Just one side is one side's about to push their arrows, or artillery, I guess. That could be said as the medium is being used. So, it might have a few casualties from that. Then they're going to send in the cavalry. And they're just waiting for that cavalry. We've got those long wooden spikes to shove up those horses' chests. Unfortunately, those knights, the cavalry is gonna not be effective. So it's not gonna work. And then you still have that unsuspecting King's army is going to be flanked. There's going to be a cavalry that comes up over the hill. They're going to be taken out. Also, reference to the Battle of the Bulge, World War II. They're going to push back and try to split forces and try to divide and conquer, and it's not going to work. It may seem that it's working for a little while. I think it was like a month. They were able to push back the Allies. So that's what's going on this month. It's going to carry over into November. But right now it's all about the archers and the artillery. It's going to open up a path for the elites. And they're going to take that path. They're going to go for it. It's like a football reference. It's like when a running back gets an opening for like a 20-yard run, and then he doesn't see the safety come out of nowhere and just clobbers him. But they're going to be, hey, we gained 20 yards. We're getting there. We're going to get that touchdown. I have a feeling that they're going to do what the Falcons did. And they're going to pass 3 times and get sacked 3 times and get pushed out of field goal range. I'm just using different analogies. Put things in perspective. This month is not going to be fun. It's going to be unless you're a kid. Even if you're a kid, it might not be a fun month. Not till the end. The Halloween. If you're a parent, it's not going to be a fun month. It's going to be tough. Work and everything is just... Everybody's feeling it. Everybody's at each other, complaining about everything. Humanity is just going through this vice grip of emotions. It's just like, it hurts. Nobody likes pain, right? Masochists might say they like pain. But the next day, after they've had all that fun, they're sore and they don't like that. Trust me. They really don't like the pain. They'll be complaining about it. You know. I'm reading a book about physics, and it talks about the 2 different directions photons can spin. You can spin in the left or it can spin right. The weak forces always spin left. So you left-hand paths out there, you're weak. You're weak. You can't handle it. That's why you chose that path. It's easier. I don't have to work as hard. Now, anything worth having in life is not easy. I'll tell you that right now. And those who come out on top this month will have things that will last. And if you come out on top from taking it easy and not having to work so hard, and you're like, what is this guy talking about? I had to eat and fun time. This was, and it was easy. It's not going to last. You'll have your struggles come. And the struggles will last longer than the payout that you got from all that. So it's like, you know, either way you're going to struggle. Either you're going to struggle in the beginning or you're going to struggle at the end. Hard knocks life for us. Yeah, I wrote this comment on Mr. Rise's channel. I said, existence is a hotel. and I put a link to the YouTube video of Hotel California. You can check out whatever you want, but you can never leave. You still exist. I'm currently taking the class History and Systems for Philosophy and Psychology. And I did a report on Isaac Newton because he was big into hermeneutics. And I got 100% on my project. And the professor said I was the first person to write about Isaac Newton. And I wrote about the letters he sent to the Catholic Church bishops. And how he was trying to incorporate science into religion, which he successfully did. And he said that with all the exact mathematical, intricate ways that the universe could work, and it formed a planet and a star and a solar system, proves that there was some grand creator. So, kind of an inspiration to what I'm trying to do. You know, science and religion. They're arguing over what way to say things, how to understand or how to prove things. They're arguing over it. Now, science is more intricate and precise about it. Religion has got that spiritual, like, it's like the Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. You know, they're not real. I mean, there was a guy named Saint Nick, but still, you know, they're not there to actually see. It's there to inspire or to get you to be a certain way or react a certain way or consider things a certain way. Yeah, October's gonna be tough. I suggest the better you can keep to yourself, or the better you can keep your mouth shut, which I have a hard time with sometimes. But the better you can keep your mouth shut, the better it's gonna be for you. Just day by day, do what you gotta do. Don't express yourself a lot. Those who do these things, express themselves and don't keep their mouth shut and rant and rave, because I was doing it. I did a little bit today, but I did a lot yesterday. I cranky all day today. Stressed out. Barely got any sleep last night. We went shopping for costumes for the girls, and we got our costumes today. $525. was trying to watch a movie. Amanda wanted me to watch a movie today on HBO. And it was I think it's called Mortal Mechanism, or I don't know, Mortal something, with the giant towns that or cities that are mobile. And I fell asleep. I was just so tired. And I kind of irritated her. She was trying to get me to watch the movie. And I didn't see it, but like here, little pieces here and there because I fell asleep. But in the middle of that period that I was in and out of sleeping on my chair, I have these moments every now and then. I call them deja vu moments, where it's like a split, It's more like it kind of is a split. It's like a quick time in your life that it's like seeing your future. And so you see it, but you don't understand and you don't know. But then when that moment comes up, you're like, it's like, whoa, I see. But since I can't remember exactly how long ago, but years ago, they haven't been exactly as I dreamed, or usually dreams. I see them. I'll see the future of myself, and then when that moment comes up, it's usually pretty accurate. But years ago, they weren't so I would see myself saying something, and then the moment would come, and I wouldn't say it, or it'd play out a little bit different, but it was very, very, almost like this close to being exactly, literally, not exactly the same, right? But almost. So it wasn't like a completely different moment. Full moon's on the 13th, on a Sunday. Yeah, we got Mars and Venus and the sun and the moon. It's like, so lovers and conflict, loving conflict and love. It's like, yeah, October is gonna be like a bad movie, B-rated movie. You're gonna be like, glad that's over with. Did I really have to sit through this and watch all this or deal with all this? I don't know what it is about Libra this year. I'm just Scorpio. The air and the water, it's like, I'm getting a vision of a swamp. Swamp that's about to freeze in winter. Shut down. So it's murky. People want to, like, I saw in Hong Kong, there was a protester that got shot by a police officer. No, the police officer was getting beat up with sticks and stuff, but he had armor on. He had a shield. He had a helmet. And it's like, if you didn't want to put your life in that situation where you potentially might have to shoot somebody and kill somebody, like, you shouldn't be there if that's. You shouldn't be there if you're gonna literally pull out a gun and shoot somebody. It wasn't like he was surrounded by, tons of people all by himself. He had his buddies and police force there with him. There was like 2 or 3 people around him. He's got armor and stuff. They don't. They have weapons, but they're not like trying to stab him with a machete or anything. It's just a stick. He pulls out a gun and shoots the person right in the chest. And then one of the other protesters run up and tries to help the dude that get shot, and he goes after that dude and tries to pistol whip him. Like, that's like exactly almost what I'm talking about here. And then you have all this. Okay, so there's in Charlotte, I think it was in Charlotte, North Carolina, or no, South Carolina, I don't know. But anyways, Charlotte, you know, the far right and the far left, who are being paid by the same people to fight each other. It's ridiculous. To try to spoke up a civil war in the country that established human rights. Okay? I'm not saying they were, oh, well, when was America great again? I'm not saying they were ever what you would perceive as great. But there are great things, right? There are great ideas. There are great, like, maybe it takes time for shit to actually become great. I mean, you know, being mad about how horrible things played out isn't going to really help anything. It's ridiculous. It's people. It's really sad. But luckily winter's coming, and when winter's around, people don't want to go out and do this kind of stuff. They're going to be with their families. And so hopefully next month things are going to be a lot better. And those who are trying to instigate and get people to wild up and have conflict, that's the swamp. Trump supporters drain the swamp. Like, are you retarded? You do realize that the government has corruption, right? Anybody who doesn't believe the government doesn't have corruption before Trump? Hello? But anyways, moving on. So, we have our spread here. And the first card is sorry, just say square one corresponds to our humanity's character and basic personality, as well as General attitude towards life. And what do we have? What's the card? Pentacles. It is the King of Pentacles. A sovereign gathers the rays of the sun with his own hands. The Lord of the world, King of Pentacles. So that's the characteristic of humanity, basic personality of humanity for this month. There's a conflict over it. Who's right? Who's wrong? So, positive merchant or rich landowner, well disposed towards the current, intelligence, practical skills. Negative, weakness in front of a depraved old man, corruption, strong, dangerous enemy. Merchant or rich landowner, well disposed towards the current, intelligence, practical skills. Weakness in front of a depraved old man. Joe Biden, he's losing it. His own party is turning against him. The corruption. Strong, dangerous enemies. Paying for a civil war. That's pretty bad. Okay? I'm an independent. Voted for Obama, voted for Trump. You know why? Because I believe they were the lesser of two evils. Mitt Romney doesn't have he doesn't have anything to stand on. He's a sellout. Bad. A lot of Christians and right people, Republicans will say, no, Obama. I'm like, no, Obama knows what he stands for. Trust me. He's just good at... Because, look, if he was a sellout, things would be way worse than they are. Alright, moving on. Second card. Illustrates the problems currently afflicting us. Oh, look, it's the Four of Swords. This is pretty good reading here. Four of Swords, Horus, revenge, tearful eye above and a dignity below are separated by four crossed swords, symbols of the revenge planned by Horus on the ill-doing Seth, killer of Osiris. Positive, vigilance, apprehension, sense of isolation, prison, withdrawal, solitude. Negative, saving, excessive precautions, will. Okay, so problems currently affecting us. Alright, so there is the removal of the old elitist 200-year plan of America to bring it down to its knees and to become servitude in the police force of the rest of the world. And they're losing power. So that's what that's all about. The four is, we're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. Alright. The third card represents family environment. Oh. Yay. It's the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Hathor's crown. The head covering, which represents the moon in its phases, is one of the highest symbols of royal power, a symbol of conquest, even erotic, and of fertility. Positive. Dynamism, bitter struggle, exhaustion of strength. No. Exaltation of strength. Fertility, seduction. Negative. Break with society, divorce, abortion of initiative, legal actions. It's time to pay up for your good or bad deeds in the family. The family is going to more conflict. Yeah, it's going to be tough. There's going to be divorces. There's going to be bitter struggle. It's positive. Bitter struggle is positive. Oh my God. But it'll make you strong. Exaltation of strength. And then there'll be those who are going to get pregnant and seduction. And there's going to be a lot of sex. Break with society. Divorce.